Hey, boys and girls. So when you click on the link to the website, you're probably going to get this pop-up that asks you to enable Adobe Flash Player. You're going to want to click here, and it will say that this website wants to run Flash. You want to make sure you choose Allow. If you choose Block, it's not going to work. So please allow it. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that all of your devices will allow you to get on this website. If not, we'll do our best to see if we can try to find another solution for you. So, there's a lot of stuff here. These are just instructions on how to use these virtual manipulatives, but I'm going to walk you through it. So you can X out of the instructions. And over here, you're going to want to open the fractions tab. We're not going to do anything with decimals or percents today, so just fractions. And all of these pieces are fraction bars that can be dragged over to the workspace and used as needed. So you're going to be doing that for your math paper today. You're going to be looking for equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions, as we talked a little bit about the other day, are fractions that are the same value. They are worth the same amount. So, for example, if I had a pizza and I ate 1/2 of the pizza, if the pizza was cut into 2 pieces and I ate one of those pieces, okay, I would be eating the same amount of pizza as if that pizza were cut into 4 pieces and I ate 2 of them. So those are equivalent fractions. And so we're going to be playing around with those today. So you're going to want to have this website up when you're working on the worksheet that you're going to do. And keep in mind that as you, oops, wrong page. As you work through this, the worksheet that you're going to be looking at is at the bottom of your daily assignments page. It's on the 3rd page here. And you're going to be going through each of these problems on your paper. So if I were you, I would list on your paper all of the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we're not doing H. We're skipping that problem. I erased it. I, J. We're skipping problem K, and then L and M. And then as you work through the problems, I would just write down your answer to the problem, because what's going to happen is at the end of this, you're going to go on this Google form here, and you're going to type your answers in so that we can, so that I can see it, and it's going to give you a score. It's going to be like a quiz. So make sure that you're handwriting your answers in on your paper in order so that it's easy for you to transfer them to the Google form. Okay, so the first 3 problems on this equivalent fractions worksheet already have picture models for you. So I'm not going to go over those because it's pretty self-explanatory. You should be able to look at the picture to help you solve them. We're going to start with letter D, and we're going to work through that together. We're going to work through a couple problems together, and then I'm going to have you complete the rest on your own. So if you look at problem D, we have 6/12, and we're going to look for a fraction that's equivalent to 6/12. We're going to try to figure out how many sixths are equivalent to 6/12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build 6/12 on this website here, on my Virtual Manipulatives website. So over here, I'm going to find my 12ths pieces, and I'm going to put 6 of them out in a row, like that. I know that if you don't have a mouse and you're trying to use the touchpad on your Chromebook or whatever type of laptop you have, it might be a little tricky. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6/12 right here. Okay. I need to figure out how many sixths are equivalent to 6/12. So these are my sixths pieces. These are pieces that are divided into 6 equal parts. How many of these would be equivalent to 6/12? And I can just line them up and compare. Clearly, 1/6 is not equivalent to 6/12 because they are not the same size. 2/6 is also not equivalent to 6/12. But you can easily see here that 3/6, hold on, is equivalent to 6/12. I just have to line them up better. had them kind of on top of each other. Okay, so you can see that 3/6 is equivalent to 6/12. They are worth the same amount. They are the same size. So over on your worksheet, I'm going to go back to that page for you. On letter D, you would see that 6/12 is equivalent to 3/6. So you would put the 3 in the numerator for that fraction. They are equivalent. When you write the answer on your paper, please write the whole fraction. So write 3/6. Don't just write a 3 in there, because when you go into your Google form to put your answer in, you're actually going to be writing the whole fraction out. So you're going to be writing out 3/6. You're going to write the whole fraction. Okay, now when you're done building one of the problems, you can get rid of them by clicking on all of these pieces 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Triple clicking gets rid of them all so that you can start over. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to look at my next problem. The next problem asks you to find out how many 6 are equivalent to 1/3. So first I'm going to build 1/3, okay? And I'm going to find my 1/3 piece right here. And then what I'm looking for, as you can go back and see here, they want to know how many 6 are equivalent to that. So again, I'm going to use my 6ths pieces, and I'm going to figure out how many of my 6ths are equivalent to 1/3. 2 6ths are worth the same amount as 1/3. They are equivalent. They are the same size, the same amount. So I would have been able to write, and I'm actually going to use my pencil here so you can see. So 1/3 is equivalent to 2 6ths. So on your paper, you would write, well, you wouldn't write the 1/3 because it's already written. 1/3 is equivalent to 2 6. Now on your Google form, this is the part that you have to write. You have to write the 2 6ths. And you'll be typing that in as a fraction. You won't have to do anything with the 1/3. You're just showing me which fraction is equivalent to it. Okay. I can use this eraser to get rid of the pencil marks that I made. Remember, click 3 times to get rid of all of the pieces so that you can start fresh. All right. Now, I'm going to start you on the next problem, but I'm not going to do the rest of it with you. And then I'm going to let you work through the rest of these on your own. So I'm going to kind of get you started on this next one to give you a little bit of guidance. And then I'd like you to finish that problem on your own, and then you're going to do all of the rest on your own as well. So letter F, we are looking for, we need to see how many 12ths are equivalent to 1/6. So first we're going to build 1/6. So we're using our 6ths a lot in these problems. So here's 1/6. And now I need to see, okay, how many 12ths are equivalent to 1/6. Okay, so how many 12ths would you need to be the same size as that 1/6 piece? So I'm going to find my 12ths pieces, my pieces that are divided into 12 equal parts. And I can quickly see that 1/12 is not equivalent to 1/6. Okay, and as I start dragging, you might notice something, and I'm not even going to tell you, but I want you to use that to figure out how many 12ths are equivalent to 1/6. Because I think that when you see it here, you'll be able to figure it out. So again, we have the 1/6, okay, and we need to see how many 12ths are equivalent to that 1/6. And whenever you figure it out, whatever you put up here in the numerator, this whole fraction is what you're going to write as your answer, and that's what you're going to put into your Google form. Okay, so now let's take a look here. You're going to finish all of these problems on your own. You can go ahead and use those virtual manipulatives, those fraction bars to help you. Once you have solved the problems and you've written out your answers on your paper, you are going to go here to this Google form, okay? And it's important that you put your name on it. even though your email address will be associated with it, but it'll be easier for me to see with your name. And all you're going to do is you're going to write your answer in for each of the letters, each problem. So letter problem A, whatever your answer was. And I'm going to show you how you can write a fraction out on the computer because it's a little bit tricky. So we went through problem A together. So that's kind of a freebie anyways. Oh no, we did not actually go through problem A together. We did not. But I'll give you the answer. So problem A, the answer is 6/8 is equivalent to 3/4. So 6/8 is what I'm going to fill in on my Google form. And I'm going to do that by putting a 6 first. And then I'm going to go on my keyboard and I'm going to look for the key that has a question mark and a slash on it. It has both of those things. You're going to hit that key once. You're not going to use the shift key. You're not going to make a question mark. You're just going to use it for a slash. Okay? And then you're going to put your 8. And that's how you would show 6/8 on the keyboard. That slash serves as your fraction bar. So 6 is the numerator, then the slash is your fraction bar, and 8 is your denominator, 6/8. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to do that for each of the problems. It's very important that you fill out the whole fraction and that you do it correctly. Don't put any spaces between the numbers, so don't do that. You want to keep them all next to each other, no spaces, because the Google form is going to grade it for you. And if you put spaces in or you use the wrong symbols, it's going to mark it wrong. I'll double check your work. If for some reason you messed up something with your symbols and you got the problem right, I'll go back and fix your score so that you get the score that you deserve. But just try to make sure you fill it out like that so that it scores it correctly for you. When you're finished with the whole thing, make sure you answer them all. You will submit it. And the Google form should tell you what your score is and what you get on the quiz automatically. So you'll know how you do on it. What I'd like you to do after that is over here, I'd like you to put your score in this box so I know what you got. I'll see it anyways, but it's nice for me to see it right on the assignments page. And then when you're done, you're just going to write done underneath and you'll be done with your math work for today. Okay? Good luck. You've got it.